Meet the fennec fox, the smallest member of the canid family on the planet. Yeah, that's right. This little thing is a relative of the wolf and your dog that's scared of the vacuum cleaner. The fennec is so tiny, it's smaller than the average house cat. It weighs up to 1.5 kilograms. That's less than a big bottle of Coke you buy for a party. Imagine a predator you could pick up with 2 fingers. Its whole look screams, "I'm harmless, rub my belly." But don't fall for it. This creature is concentrated chaos wrapped in a cute package, like that one coworker who smiles at everyone and then steals your food from the office fridge. Its appearance is its greatest deception, its ultimate scam. Nature designed it to mislead you. You look at it and think, "Oh, how precious." It looks back at you and thinks, "I wonder if your eyeballs crunch." It lives in the Sahara, one of the most hellish places on Earth, where you can literally fry a steak on the sand during the day. Any other animal this size would evaporate in 5 minutes. But this little shit doesn't just survive there. He's the king. He looks at the scorching sun and laughs his silent, foxy laugh. And he's got special equipment for it. Look at those ears. Those radar dishes are the size of its own face. They can be up to 15 centimeters long. If you had ears proportional to your body like that, they'd be dangling to your knees. You'd be tripping over them on the stairs. Everyone thinks they're just for hearing, to catch you opening a bag of chips from across town at 3 a.m. And yeah, its hearing is phenomenal. But that's not their main function. Those ears are its personal climate control system. They're 2 huge, perfectly engineered radiators for cooling its blood. While you're sweating and complaining about the heat, this little bastard just wiggles his ears and chills. It's a stroke of engineering genius. He's carrying 2 air conditioners built right into his head. And what can you brag about? Knowing how to turn on a fan. But that's not all. Look at its paws. They're covered in thick fur. This isn't for looks or for making cute tracks in the sand. These are heatproof boots. It runs across scorching hot sand that would melt the soles of your shoes, and it feels absolutely nothing. It's literally walking barefoot on a frying pan. So, the next time you see a picture of this cute little fox, remember, you're not looking at a toy. You're looking at a perfect machine for surviving in hell. One that just pretends to be adorable to lower your guard. This little bastard has evolved for millions of years to become the king of the desert, and it looks down on our entire civilization. So, you're a tiny creature weighing just a kilo, living in the middle of a vast sun-scorched desert. During the day, the temperature hits 50 degrees Celsius. At night, it can drop to almost 0. Where do you hide? In the shade of a cactus? Under a rock? The fennec fox considers such options to be for losers. Instead, it builds. It doesn't just dig a burrow, it erects an underground metropolis. This little creature is a genius architect and a master civil engineer. Its burrows aren't some pathetic hole in the ground. They're a complex system of tunnels, chambers, and emergency exits that can stretch for dozens of meters underground. The total area of its subterranean home can reach 120 square meters. 120! That's the size of a spacious 3-bedroom city apartment. This little bastard single-handedly excavates a home that you'd pay a mortgage on for 30 years. He does it with his tiny paws, no tools, no loans, and no advice from an interior designer. And this apartment has everything: bedrooms, food pantries, nurseries, and most importantly, tons of secret passages. If an uninvited guest shows up at the main entrance, the fennec will just slip out one of the 15 other exits on the opposite side of its estate and watch the sucker from a distance. It's not a home. It's an impenetrable fortress with a flawless security system. But that's not even the most absurd part. Fennecs are social animals. They often connect their burrows with those of other families. They build entire underground cities, literal communes. Just imagine, you wake up, walk down the tunnel to sip some morning beetle nectar, and on the way, you greet your neighbors who've also just stepped out of their burrow into the main corridor. It's a whole residential complex under the sands of the Sahara. They've got their own streets, their own neighborhoods down there, and all of it is built by creatures that fit in the palm of your hand. A single group can have up to 10 individuals, parents, this year's kids, and sometimes even grown-up kids from the last litter. And they're constantly communicating, barking, whining, grumbling, howling. It's like a never-ending family dinner, where everyone is annoyed with each other but can't move out because deadly heat awaits outside. They live together, build together, and raise kids together. But there's a catch. When it comes to hunting, all that socialism goes out the window. The Fennec hunts alone. It's like living in a commune where everything is shared, except your paycheck. We're a family, we're a team, but I'm eating this scorpion myself, and the rest of you can go to hell. It's the perfect balance of collectivism and egoism. They've created a society where you get all the benefits of cohabitation without having to share the good stuff. These little foxes have built a utopia underground that most people can only dream of. So what does this desert angel with radar dish ears eat? Is it a vegan, perhaps? Dining on dates and the tender shoots of desert grasses? Of course not. This cute little beast is a merciless predator that eats anything that couldn't run, crawl, or fly away from it fast enough. Its diet is a buffet of the despair and pain of other creatures. Insects, lizards, small rodents, birds, bird eggs. It all goes down the hatch. It's a true gourmet, if by gourmet you mean willing to devour anything smaller than itself. Its primary weapon is its ears. It walks slowly through the dead silent desert and just listens. It doesn't just hear a rustle, it hears the leg muscles of a beetle contracting under 2 meters of sand. It pinpoints its victim's location with millimeter precision and then turns into a possessed excavator. It starts digging with such speed it looks like it's trying to drill a hole to the center of the earth. A second later, some unfortunate life form is already writhing in its jaws. But the most incredible thing is its relationship with water. A Fennec fox can live its entire life without ever taking a single drink. Ever. Zero. Not one drop. While you're panicking because you forgot your water bottle at home, this fox literally doesn't know what thirst is. It gets all the liquid it needs from its food. It drinks the blood and cellular fluid of its victims. When you see a Fennec eating a lizard, know that it's not just lunch. It's his morning fresh-pressed juice. He literally drinks his enemies. It's the most brutal way to quench your thirst imaginable. It also doesn't mind eating roots and berries, squeezing every last drop of moisture out of them. Its kidneys are a miracle of evolution, so efficient at concentrating urine to conserve precious water that any engineer designing desalination plants would weep with envy. And it can jump. This tiny little fucker can leap 70 centimeters into the air. That's 3 to 4 times its own height. For a human, that would be like jumping onto the roof of a 1-story house from a standstill. Imagine walking through the desert and a screaming 2-pound furball flies past your face. And here's the cherry on top of this absurdity. Almost nothing hunts adult Fennec foxes in the wild. Large predators? They simply can't catch it. It's too fast, too agile. It changes direction so abruptly it looks like a glitch in a video game. Even the fastest desert hunting dogs, bred for centuries to catch prey, can't keep up. This little shit is untouchable. He's the boss of his own world. He eats everyone, drinks their blood, and no one can touch him. And he does it all with the cutest damn face you've ever seen. Let's talk about the love life of our desert hero. You think it's all romance under the Saharan stars? Think again. Fennec fox relationships are a harsh drama worthy of a movie adaptation. For starters, they're monogamous. They choose one partner for life. This sounds cute until you learn the details. Mating season happens once a year, and during this time, the male turns into an aggressive, territorial, paranoid wreck. He starts frantically marking his territory with urine, leaving messages for other males along the lines of, "This is my female in my square kilometer of sand. Come any closer and I'll bite your ears off." And that's a serious threat, considering ears are a Fennec's most prized possession. The mating process itself can last up to 2 hours and 45 minutes. Almost 3 hours. You could watch an entire movie, eat a bucket of popcorn, and these two would still be busy creating new life. These 2-pound creatures have more stamina than a marathon runner. It's some next-level dedication to the cause. After that comes the pregnancy, which lasts about 50 days, and this is where the real thriller begins. The male becomes a bodyguard and a food delivery courier. He hunts for 2 and brings the prey to his pregnant partner. But when the pups are born, the situation changes dramatically. The female turns into an enraged fury guarding her offspring. She won't let anyone near the den, including the father of her children. He still brings food, but he's forbidden from entering. He approaches the burrow, leaves a dead mouse at the entrance, and gets the hell out of there before he gets his nose bitten off. It's like a maternity ward quarantine, only with a genuine risk to your life. The mother is so aggressive during this time it seems like she's ready to fight a sandstorm. And it makes sense. The pups are born tiny, weighing only 50 grams, blind, and completely helpless. Their eyes don't open for 2 weeks. At 5 weeks, they take their first tentative steps outside the den. And only at 3 months do they start venturing further away. And now for the most genius move of all. Often, the kits from the previous litter stay with the parents for another year. Why? To help raise the new pups. They're free babysitters. The teenagers who haven't started their own families yet work as kindergarten teachers for their younger siblings. This is the pinnacle of family cooperation. No arguments about who's watching the kids. The older ones are there, so they'll do it. It's the perfect social structure: lifelong loyalty, strict rules during reproduction, and the use of child labor for the good of the family. Humans have been trying to build a society like this for centuries, and these foxes just did it, without any books or philosophers. After everything you've just heard, you probably had a thought. I want one. You're already picturing yourself posting pictures of this adorable creature in a tiny sweater on social media. Stop. Right now. Wanting to own a Fennec fox is possibly the worst idea you've ever had. Not just for you, but for the fox. Let's be honest, the Fennec fox is a terrible pet. It's not a dog or a cat. It's a wild animal with dig, scream, destroy, hardwired into its DNA. Its instinct is to dig burrows. And it will dig. In your couch, in your walls, in your hardwood floors. To a Fennec, your apartment is just a different kind of soft sandstone. It will turn your home into a branch office of the Sahara Desert, only with shredded wallpaper and chunks of furniture. Second, it's a nocturnal animal. That means when you go to sleep, its party is just getting started. It will tear around the house, jump, play, and make noises that sound like the screech of metal on glass mixed with a baby's cry and a car alarm. Forget about peaceful sleep. Your life will become a never-ending nightmare set to the soundtrack of a tiny desert demon. And now for the most important and provocative fact. The global trend for Fennec foxes, fueled by cute videos and the desire to be unique, is killing them. Every time someone buys a Fennec from a breeder, they are supporting the illegal wildlife trade. A huge number of these foxes are captured from the wild by poachers to meet the demand. They are torn from their families, from their underground cities, and transported in horrific conditions. Many of them die on the way from stress and disease. By buying a Fennec, you're not saving a cute creature. You're paying money to people who destroy its home and kill its relatives. You become a sponsor of cruelty. Every photo of a Fennec in human clothes is an advertisement for an industry built on suffering. This animal was made for the desert. Its body is adapted to the heat, the dryness, a specific diet. Keeping it in an apartment in a temperate climate is torture. It's like forcing a polar bear to live in a sauna. It will suffer from diseases, from an improper diet, from a lack of space. You will not make it happy. You will turn its life into a slow agony for the sake of your own ego. So here's the final thought. The Fennec fox is one of the most amazing and highly adapted creatures on the planet. It conquered the desert. It built a civilization under the sand. It's untouchable to predators. But it turned out to be defenseless against the greatest threat of all: human stupidity and the desire to own something exotic. The most dangerous predator for this survival genius is the person who looks at it and says not, "What a marvel of nature," but "What a cool accessory,"